Market Monday this week, your expected content schedule, nothing out of the ordinary, aka, which we'll talk about. Team of the week, Gridiron Guardians Release 1 is the new content this week. I guess you could say there's a guaranteed to be a part 2 for Gridiron Guardians. Your AKAs for this week that were revealed on Sunday, released this morning. Terry Bradshaw, the blonde bomber. We actually got two offensive players. Terry Bradshaw actually has a decent release, but does not have Gunslinger. And then we've got Creed Humphrey, Country Strong. He does get, since he's an offensive lineman, doesn't have an AKA X Factor, he gets an AKA boost that boosts tackles, guards, center, and I think quarterback. So it's a pretty good boost. Probably be the best center in the game for a hot minute, probably until Team Diamonds. The 85 AKA market once again went up. It peaked at around 150 to 160k in like the first hour content was released. It is now settled at around 125k to 130k. If you're thinking, hey, we can invest in these for next week, not so fast. We are getting an overall boost most likely this Thursday, which means AKAs will be 89 overalls next Monday, making these 85 AKAs useless for that. If you want extended coverage of the market and how I make my coins, subscribe to the Coin Bible exclusively on Team Get Lucky, link in the description. Taking a look at the content calendar that I have made for this week, starting to piece together some stuff. It's starting to fall into place perfectly, where we have Gridiron Guardians Part 1, then Gridiron Guardians Part 2, and there's a week of content where Team Diamonds in Season 2 does release right before Most Feared. So that's what I'm assuming is going to happen. Of course, Team Diamonds could drop next week on Tuesday, but there is that open week between Gridiron Guardians Part 2 and Most Feared, and that's where I see Team Diamonds dropping. But yes, I do believe there is going to be an overall boost this week, so that always brings up the question is, are you, or should you, or am I selling my entire team? And I'm actually not. I know for the entirety of Madden 23, I was always team sell your team when we get to an overall boost. That was last year, and that was with TVPs. And I know this year, for the first overall boost, I did sell my team. There was probably more of a Jurassic event happening. I thought Campus Heroes is always one of the bigger content drops we get in the beginning of the year. And as well as we had like the Legend 87 pack becoming available for the comp pass. So I was all aboard. Also, I didn't have as many players on my team back then that I did now. I'm holding on to my team. There's not, like, we saw the market didn't, like, drastically drop that first Thursday when we went from 87 to 88 overalls. A lot of my players are still going to be the best players at their respective positions. We're probably going to get, what, 6 or 8 88 overalls on Thursday, so it's not going to replace or 89 overalls. It's not going to replace a ton of my players. If you want to sell your team, I'm sure overall the cost of my team, the value of my team is going to go down this Thursday, but it's not enough to where it warrants me selling my entire team and then having the hassle of buying them back. I only do that when there's a major event happening, meaning an overall boost plus blitz, an overall boost plus zero chill. It's got to be a Jurassic event, in my opinion, to sell your team. Now, last year, again, in Madden 23, that Jurassic event was the TVP going away almost every single time, which is why I was on board for that. But this year, and at least on this time, I am not selling my team. In some other big news, and I know a lot of us have been waiting for this day, the Madden 24 companion app is finally live, at least on iOS, probably on Android. I've downloaded it, but I'll be honest, right? I've been on the app, I've tried to use the app and all those sort of things. The app is not very good. Now, the one W of the app this year that they changed, you now can complete sets inside the companion app and then open any packs you have in the unopened pack section on your account, which is actually a pretty big W, because you can then pre-build and do it entirely on your phone and not have to beat your console. But there is a but with this. The app is very bad. Probably everything that we've used the app for. Now, the app's main functionality is just, hey, you can go and sell and buy cards when you are away from home, when you're at work, when you're at school, when you're busy, you're not at your console. That's really all the purpose of the app is going to be this year. Selling cards and buying cards, in terms of buying, might be more efficient buying on the companion app than on console. That's not the case. Filters like reset every time you go and buy one card. When you're selling cards to your binder, at the current moment, when you go to sell a card, if you have filters up through your binder to get to the card, you then sell the card, the filters then reset. It is a pain in the ass to sell a bunch of cards on the companion app, and I will only be using it to sell cards when when I'm either away from my console or I don't want to go on my console to sell the players. I will do it from the companion app. But other than that, the functionality of it, the app is very buggy, but it's still a huge W for those that are at work, at school, can't get to their console, and you want to sell or buy cards at that time. Still a very, very big W there. Now getting into some investments for this week, because there's a few things that we are doing. First up, Team of the Weeks. Now, I don't love these prices for Team of the Week, I'll be honest. And again, we're still going to get our 88 overall Team of the Weeks this Wednesday. The overall boost is Thursday. So these cards will be used in these sets on Wednesday for Team of the Week Part 2. My buy price is under 110k. The only reason that price is so expensive for an 85 overall is Tyreek Hill is going to keep the value of Team of the Weeks at a certain amount because he is still a top 2 receiver in the game, the fastest receiver in the game by 2 speed. He's going to stay that way. And well, even if the champions, we only have 2 champions now, so even if the 2 champions are really, really bad, that price will still hold because Tyreek Hill is still decent. So 110k, I'll probably look to either, if the cards are really, really bad, I'll sell off the hype. If the cards are really, really good, I guess I'll hold them and look to sell them in the first few hours. But Team of the Week's under 110k, that's my buy price. Now on to 85 overalls, 86 overalls. What are we doing to prepare for Gridiron Guardians Part 1? Because, well, there's a few things you can do. You can go for the 86 overall route, right? We're getting an overall boost, so the sets that are 89 overalls are going to require 86 overalls, and I don't actually hate that. I actually now have been starting to buy some 86 overalls at under 107k, under 105k. There's only Core Elite overalls. That's the only cards you're going to buy is Core Elites. And that is why, and I've been talking with a few people, and I've had discussions on stream, you know, about, hey, what are the sets going to require? Because if we go back to Campus Heroes, right, we were all super confused as to why Campus Heroes required 84 overalls and not 85 overalls. When we go back and take some comparisons, the reason the Campus Heroes required 84 overalls was at the time of release, there was not enough 85 overalls in circulation for them to make it a requirement for the set. We actually go back then, there wasn't 85 overall Legends because those had come out on the Saturday after the Thursday we got Campus Heroes. There wasn't AKA, well, there's still not AKA 85, or there wasn't AKA 85 overalls, but those cards hadn't come out till the following Monday. The only 85 overalls that were available in the game going into the Thursday, other than the Campus Heroes that were potentially going to be 85 overalls, but there wasn't in the game before that, it was Core Elites. And that's kind of the reasoning as to why they required 84 overalls for the Campus Hero sets, because there was already enough 84 overalls in the game via Core Elites, via Headliners, via Legends, via AKAs. There was already enough 84 overalls in the game that they could use it, right? There wasn't enough supply of 85 overalls in general on the market for them to use that for the Campus Hero set. That now leads into Gridiron Guardians Part 1, and they are most likely going to be 89 overalls, especially because we know we're getting at least 2 parts, and that would make it to where, I guess, 89 overalls would be 3 weeks down the line, so, like, they gotta require 89 overalls this Thursday, or the 89 overall boost, the overall boost is happening this Thursday. But then it begs the question is, if they require 86 overalls, what are the 86 overalls available in the game right now? And if you go look, the only 86s are Core Elites. So if history repeats itself, we should get another 85 overall requirement of any card for Gridiron Guardians Part 1. Now, Part 2 is going to be a little bit tricky because they normally don't change the requirements. Maybe they require 85 overalls for both parts. It's definitely not a guarantee, but from what we've seen this year, 85 overalls should be the requirements for Gridiron Guardians Part 1, and that price I'm buying these cards at is around 7. It has to be 70k or less, but I'm more so targeting like 65k. My binder is still jack full of 85 overalls because, let's be honest, the last 2 weeks, 85 overalls have not hit a price where it's been just a mass sell off of my binder. Now, I'm still selling my 85 overalls at 89k. As the super lazy sell price that I just do throughout the week while I'm waiting for the investment to hopefully eventually hit. And those cards have been selling. I'll be honest, the market is a little bit too high right now, or higher than I have been expecting. I thought today we were going to be able to buy 85 overalls easily under 70k. It's still a little bit difficult, but hopefully over the next 2 days, those prices do come down. But yeah, that's like my main thing I'm doing going into this Thursday. Another aspect of 85 overalls that is kind of going under the radar, and this also is something that we are going to be doing just in general, is the mystery pack rollover. This is something we talked about, or I don't know if I've talked about in a video before. Talked about it on One Step Ahead, but shout out Jack B actually for this. Last time we got an overall update, right, we get an odds boost across all packs, and of course now the mystery pack is going to get updated within its price. It went from 280 training to 540 training it was this time. but you were able to buy the mystery pack roll, store the packs on the old price in your unopened packs, and when the market actually updated, right, when the overall boost hit, the odds boost hit, those packs in your unopened packs actually updated with the newer odds, and it actually gave Jack quite a lot of profit by just buying the mystery packs prior to the price changing, holding the packs in his binder, in his unopened packs, and then opening them once the odds boost eventually hit. And with our 85 overall and 86 overall investments, we're buying them so cheap. The 85 overalls, if you buy at 70k, that is 65 per. If you buy at 65k, which is really the price that I'm trying to get these cards at, you are buying them at 60 per. 60 per is not the best trading in the game right now, but it's not bad. That makes the pack at around 29k to 30k, the mystery pack roll. So my sort of whole master plan is, and now this does kind of suck for those that have work and school on Thursday morning, because you can't really do this because you do got to be on in a certain time period Thursday morning, is that now I'm not investing everything into 85s this week. I'm going to be still chilling with probably a few mil going to Thursday, not 0 coins like I have been. But I'm buying 85 overalls for hopefully like a 66 to 67k average. 85 overalls again. If they are involved in the Gridiron Guardian sets, I love that investment. They'll probably go up to 80, 85k, and again, that will be fine. I'll sell them off. If they are, for whatever reason, not involved in Gridiron Guardian sets, which they will show Thursday morning, I will then quick sell those 85 overalls, roll the mystery packs, because the price will not update until 10:30 a.m. West Coast time, whereas we get the information at 7:30 a.m. West Coast time. I will then quick sell my 85s, roll the mystery packs, keep the packs in my unopened packs, and once the odds boost eventually hits a few hours later, I will then open the packs and sell off the cards or whatever, or start storing for Team Diamonds potentially. Now, Legend packs to hold for Saturday, but that's kind of my master plan. Buying 85s for 65k to 70k, right? I'm selling them right now for 89k if I can. If they're involved in Gridiron Guardians Part 1, great, thumbs up. We should get 4 champions this week, hopefully, fingers crossed, and those cards go up in price. And if they, for whatever reason, are not involved, I'm quick selling them in like the 2 to 3 hours before content actually hits, saving the packs from the mystery pack reroll, and then hopefully breaking even or making a slight profit because, I'm going to have boosted odds on my mystery packs. So that's my grand plan with 85 overalls. If you don't want to do it, it's up to you. This is just what I'm doing. 85 overalls have not hit, right? They have not hit the last 2 weeks. However, I've still been making a ton of coins because I've been able to sell these cards at their inflated prices in the days leading up to the investment either hitting or failing. And the way that I look at it, I'm still making coins and the investment is failing. Once this investment actually works and hits, I'm going to make a ton, an absolute ton. So I'm cool with, what else really is there to do on the market, in my opinion? So again, I'm going to continue to buy my 85 overalls at 65k to 70k. This time, though, if they don't hit, I actually have a backup plan in the mystery packs. And well, if they do hit, I will sell them off. But that's gonna be all from Market Monday this week. If you are interested in just buying strictly training for the mystery pack rollover kind of method, I would try to buy trading under 55 per. Now, you can do that with high golds and 81 overalls, but that's a little bit tedious. If you want to buy like under 60 per, your best bet is probably 87 overalls or even 85 overalls at 65k or under. But yeah, that's the mystery pack rollover. We talked about 85s. 86 overalls, again, I like buying under 105k. That is, once again, about 65 per in the training market. And hey, if they use 86 overalls for the sets, you are at least going to have a few 86 overalls. We talked about Team of the Weeks, AKAs. There's no investments to be made this week. And yeah, that's about it. I'll have probably a video out Wednesday night, or actually Thursday morning, just breaking down Gridiron Guardians Part 1 and everything I'm doing. Comment if you have any questions, like if you enjoyed, subscribe if you were new, and until next time, peace.